ਵੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ NRIਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ। So let's talk with Harjap.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਐਂਡ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਸ਼ੋ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੀਦੀ, ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਦੀ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼, ਅਬਾਊਟ ਥਿੰਗਸ that involve us, something we can learn from, and we have guests on the show who provide us with information and knowledge. ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ, I've got some guests on the show who are pretty much every day now in the limelight and are in your news and are in the headlines, trying to keep us safe, trying to keep law and order in the country. And today they're going to be providing us with a breakdown of what their job is and how, if you want to get into the job, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ job ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। My guests are from the Metropolitan Police, PC Ajay Shah and PC SO Goldie Kaur. So ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, everyone's probably thinking, what are Asian people doing as police officers? What's going on here? So we're going to ask for a little bit of background. I'm going to start with you, Ajay, as to how you became a police officer and why you wanted to become a police officer, or even if you did.
Right, so I sort of grew up in East Africa, and I was there till I turned 18 before I moved to the UK.
Okay.
I've always had a passion about policing, and you know, I didn't have the chance in East Africa to do anything about policing. So when I came up here, I was in college, and once I settled down after a couple of years, I started working. I joined the Metropolitan Police as a special constable.
Okay.
That meant that I started volunteering, you know, whilst I was in college for the policing.
Is that when you were about 18, 19?
Yeah, so I was just roughly about 21 at that
21
point.
at that point,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's when my career started with the Metropolitan Police, you know, in terms of, so my weekends that I was not working, I used to be out and volunteering in the police service.
How did your parents take it? Did they not want you to be a lawyer, doctor, accountant? What's wrong with you, man?
Well, I studied accountancy, you know, and obviously I started off, I did ACCA and, you know.
Oh, you've done your ACCA and stuff like that?
Yeah. And obviously after that I was in a full-time job, after 5 years sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
I thought I enjoy policing more than actually crunching numbers at the back of the computer.
And profit and loss.
Yeah. And it was a 9 to 5 job that I was effectively doing. And after that, after being in the special, I used to volunteer, and that special is all about giving the community back about 16 hours a month.
Wow.
So it would roughly work out to be about 2 shifts, 8-hour days that I would do. And over a period of time, I enjoyed it more and more until I said, let me give up accountancy and apply to become
Bet that went down well.
But you know, it's at the end of the day, it's what you want to enjoy. You know, if you enjoy helping people, the community, which I'm quite passionate about, you know, every day is a different day for us. No days ever the same when you come to work in the morning, and so it's quite different. It's better than having 9 to 5 behind a desk.
Behind a desk, yeah. Goldie, we're going to come to you. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਆਏ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੀ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ।
ਮੇਰੀ ਬੈਕਗ੍ਰਾਉਂਡ ਤਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੈਕਗ੍ਰਾਉਂਡ ਤੋਂ। ਹਾਂਜੀ। I actually had a passion when I was young, back in India and Punjab.
Okay.
Used to watch a program called Udaan.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was a police lady in there, inspector. So I always used to say that when I was in year 7,
Yeah.
my dad used to laugh at me because I was very slim
Okay.
and wasn't like a,
Yeah.
just small little girl, and he used to say, oh, tu nahi ban sakdi.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਚੋਰਾਂ ਨੇ
Yeah,
ਕੁੱਟਿਆ ਕਰਨਾ।
then actually I came here 2004,
Yeah.
and 2005 I applied, trying to, there was a seminar actually
Okay.
near Heathrow.
Okay.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੈਮੀਨਾਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ
Okay.
ਮੈਟ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ
Okay.
ਤੇ I went there.
And?
And first I was a bit surprised that they said yes you can join because my height. They still said yes you can join.
Oh really?
But then they noticed that I wasn't even here in this country for 5 years. So the law ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀਗਾ
Okay, yeah.
because ਮੇਰਾ ਹਜੇ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਡ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ
Okay.
ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ.
Okay.
But then, cut long story into short, I was in a coffee shop business. So I was just working as a manager in a coffee shop.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
ਰੋਜ਼ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਸੀ ਸ਼ਾਪਿੰਗ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ, ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ,
ਚਾਹ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ।
ਚਾਹ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ। ਕੰਪਲੀਟਲੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਫਰਮ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ, that you know.
Okay.
It's not same
We'll get
thing.
onto that.
And then actually I applied, and I didn't even give it a second thought that I didn't think I'm gonna get it.
Right.
I just applied, and they called me for
ਚੱਲ
assessment.
ਦੇਖ ਕੇ
ਕੁਝ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ, ਚਲ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਯਾਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ।
ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਟਾਈਲ।
Yeah. And yeah, I mean they given me a full support throughout my process, and there's a good team of recruitment team, and you can just pick up anytime phone and they will give you all the information whatever you want.
It's a bit uncommon in Punjabis and in Asians.
Hanji.
For Asian ladies,
Definitely.
especially when they come over from India,
Hanji.
and they have there's an expectancy. Okay, you do fulfill a certain role, especially in our community.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ
So ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਵਿਆਹ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੋਏ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਆਪਣੀ ਸੱਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੋ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਜਾਣਾ ਉੱਥੇ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਰਿਸ਼ਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ
ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ
ਮਿਲਣਾ।
ਹੋਣਾ।
ਦੇਖੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਕਰੂ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਾ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ। So ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ it's quite a jump maybe
Yes,
from an expectancy. And
Yeah, because my background was in medical, so I've done masters of acupuncture science.
Okay.
Yeah, back in India.
Okay.
So it's they always look for a variety of people. It's not like anybody can join, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Even if you're a doctor or if you're in a business, you can apply for it, and you can support your community.
Ajay, when you joined the force in your station, were you like the only Asian?
No.
No, come on, right? What's going on?
No, actually, where I am at the moment, we've probably got about. We've got a mix. It's a mixed
Yeah?
variety, yeah.
So give us a breakdown, an example.
I would say, Asians. I would say probably about 5.
Really?
Yeah, and then
And I mean of different religions and backgrounds, right?
yeah,
So they're not just from one.
yeah,
Section,
absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, well, that from many
Yeah.
sort of
Background. Like you said, you're from Africa, so
yeah. And we've got a couple of Punjabis, and it's a mixture. And I think from throughout my service, as I've seen changes in the for a long period of time, and we're sort of seeing more and more Asian people joining now.
Right.
There's always there's always why do you want to join the police and that.
Yeah.
But I think it's changing a little bit, but I think a lot of people don't realise the benefits as well, from that point of view, in terms of like the job satisfaction and other aspects of the job. People just see policing as one strand of for example, Bobby on a beat.
Yeah, that's exactly what our community thinks a police officer is. So up in community they so the police officer walks the street and you're there to catch the robbers.
Yeah.
And you're there to run after them or in your car and chasing them, and when you get them you put the cuffs on and you bang them into jail. That's where we think policing starts and ends.
Yeah, but that's
Only one aspect of it.
In terms of the organisation, I would say like the Metropolitan Police, I can probably name 5 or 6 off my hand. So you've got like a dog unit, you've got a marine support unit, you've got a detective role, you've got the mounted, which are the horses, you've got public order officers, you've got search officers within just all police officers, but they all play a different role in a police family, as I would say. And each one specialising in their own benefits, you know, and their own skills.
ਗੋਲਡੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਸੀਗੇ?
ਨਹੀਂ, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੀਗੇ। one of the girl ਹੈਗੀ ਸੀ from Pakistan.
Okay.
She was from Punjab, Pakistan. Then there were a couple of other. I was finishing my course, and then some other people were joining, and ਉੱਥੇ ਦੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਪੱਗਾਂ ਬੰਨੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, and then they were some Hindus were there as well. So Asian, when we talking about Asians, Punjabi, Hindu, lots of people were there. Applying.
ਐਡਜਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਾ? ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਕਲਚਰ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਆ, ਦੂਜਾ ਮੁਲਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਆ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਐਡਜਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗਾ ਤੇ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਨੂੰ? Or did you just take to it quite easily?
Yeah, I mean, to be very honest, when I started, I thought I was a bit nervous. Okay. Because of, like I said, technically it's my first job. Okay. In UK, so I didn't work before like that. So I adjust very well, and fairly new I am. I haven't even finished my 1 year yet. Okay. And बहुत supportive ने सारे PCs, साज अपनी टीम ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੀ support ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ. It's very easy to, you know, if you are friendly, you can take things very easily, and you just learn day by day. Every day is new, like Ajay said. Every day is not same. It's very interesting job, and I love it basically.
Why do you think that in our community that when a kid says, "Mum and Dad, I want to be in the police," like I'll go by my experience. So if I ever said to my dad, I want to be in the police, even now, he's like, "Marna tum goli khani hai? Are you going to die? Are you going to get shot?" You know, or they automatically think, "Well, there's a danger here."
Hanji.
Yeah, and that makes, I think, a lot of our community apprehensive. Whether it's armed forces, whether it's the Navy, whether it's Air Force, or it's the police. It just doesn't fit into the certain sort of job that you'd first go for. Why do you think that is?
अपने ਜਿਹੜੇ parents ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, they just always think, you know, as a parent, as a mother or father, we think that it's a dangerous job and ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ join ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, but they give you proper training, and it's not like what we think about it, the danger ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ।
The difference is, especially here, is we police by consent. Okay. And it's sort of a very, very different style of policing to any other country
or continent.
Yeah. So that makes a massive difference, you know, and at the end of the day, it's all about risk assessment. The job will give you, you know, equipment to deal with certain aspects, or, you know, to protect yourself, what we call it as a PPE.
Like proper med vest. Med vest by
However, it's all about risk assessment. You know, if you think your risk is changing by the minute, you can withdraw from it. And I think a lot of people don't see that point as like, why you withdrawing from an aspect when you think you're not capable of dealing with the situation as it arises. And, you know, for stuff like that, we've got, like, exactly what you said, we've got armed police, we've got, you know, if you think yourself, I'm going to put myself in harm's way, you know, you let specialists come and deal with problems.
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿੱਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ, ਇਹਨੂੰ PPE ਕਿੱਟ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ। they provide you radio, they provide you camera, and before you step out from the offices or police station, you check everything, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਐਨਾਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਰਿਸਕ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕੀ ਰਿਸਕ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ and then ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੀਗਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, you work as a team. Your colleagues are there.
It's a family.
It's like a family member. Family angu.
So it's a bit like, just like you would do with your kid. You give them a mobile, you know where they are, it's tracked, you know, you want to know where they are 24/7. And it's a bit, so it's just quite a lot of backup and responsibility there.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, and ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸ਼ੋਲਡਰ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੁਣ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ, ਰੇਡੀਓ ਤੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਬਟਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਬਟਨ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਰੋ ਤਾਂ ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਕਅਪ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂਜੀ,
right, okay.
And especially ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੈਮਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕੈਮਰਾ makes big difference.
Okay.
The soon you put camera on, you know, public or anybody, they know that we, you know, nowadays you are, you know, if you're doing something, you're on a camera. So
how do your families react to this? So were your families happy? Were they shocked? Have they taken time to get used to it? And how do your partners react to this? I mean, are they a bit like, well, hold on, you go out every day, I don't know if you're going to come back? And what about your kids?
Yeah.
So are they thinking like, okay, daddy's a hero, or do they think, oh, daddy's in danger? You know, does all of that go through your head? Because you probably didn't grow up with that, and you probably didn't grow up with that. But now your kids and your partner have to grow up with it, and you're thinking, right, am I being fair? How is it psychologically like that?
I think it's changed in terms of from the olden days to what we have now, and
Okay.
even the style of policing has changed. But in terms of a work-life balance, I would say there is a work-life balance, and at the end of the day, you've got to manage it yourself. You know, it's the same thing. It's like a risk assessment. You'd assess a risk, and you know, you deal with it in your own time and place. And if you think it's not right, you'd withdraw. But in terms of the family, I think a lot of my family are supportive. You know, I'm doing something which I'm passionate about, and I'm going to give back. You know, something back to the community as well.
And essentially, you're helping people.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, that's what you're doing, right? Whether
Yeah.
they're in danger, whether they're in some sort of trouble, you know, whether they're a threat to the community, or you know, you essentially are helping people.
Absolutely. For example, like my role is I'm a safer neighbourhoods officer,
Right.
and I work with local schools. I work partnership with the councils, and the first point. So most of the residents' first point of contact with police will probably be myself, and they will explain what the problems are, and I'll try and help them in the best way I can. Whereas we've got a separate team that's taking 999 calls, but there's all different strands, and I think a lot of people appreciate the work when you're working closely with the communities.
Haji.
Do you think our community is appreciative of you, or do you think they're थोड़े apprehensive है कि थोड़े बच के थोड़े रहंदे हैं कि नहीं ये तो पुलिस वाले आ इन्हां नाल गल नहीं करनी मतलब कि इंडिया च कहंदे हैं ना कि इन्हां दी यारी भी माड़ी आ दुश्मनी भी
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल हाँ
सो और ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖੁੱਲ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਥੋੜੇ ਡਰ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ
ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਰਸਨ ਟੂ ਪਰਸਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਮਤਲਬ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੈਲੋ ਕਰੋ you say hello hi then first maybe they are I'm not talking about our people anybody first they thinking why they talking
what do you want from me?
We relax and just say that I'm just saying hello to you and then suddenly they start becoming friends like AJ said it's a community and once you are in your own area I've got my own ward and I go there and it's being just only 5 months and everybody knows me around the community. People come up to you, talk to you, tell you the story, even to start telling about what they doing in a day, where they going for a shopping or we doing today this. It's just like a friends. They start becoming your it's again it's like I said inside and outside in MPS it's like a building a relation and supporting community and half of the problem solved with the communication. You talk ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਚ ਕਈ ਤਾਂ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਚ
she's pretty much very very right on that because her being a PCSO compared to a police officer PCSOs are more like the eyes and ears and they bring a lot more vital information back in terms of intelligence and they have a lot more contact with police officers. Sometimes we get tied down with paperwork and we're off the street for a couple of hours but in terms for them the PCSOs they're brilliant.
They're very much out there on that level
and most of them will probably recognise you all the time.
By name I know them the house number and the name of the people of the area so you talk to them and then it's very interesting Joe man I mean I don't know how much I need to say but I really enjoying it.
So
looking up to waking up in the morning getting in a uniform pa ke hai na thoda
do you feel that you're in a position of responsibility and do you think that or is that a burden or is that actually like a comfortable thing for you?
I would say it's a comfortable thing in the sense that we are there for the public. If you think it's a burden then you wouldn't be helping the public I would say.
burden ਨਹੀਂ ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਟੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯੂਨੀਫਾਰਮ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ you got responsibility you basically you want to do right everything Yeah, and you think a lot before you do anything. This is the
So you
policing.
act in
You
a
have
certain
to
way.
you have to think, way how to get into this. There is a problem. How to get to this problem? What kind of solution you need? Yeah. So you because of you wearing a uniform, you got a. It's basically a big responsibility for you.
ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੇ
ਤੁਸ-
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਧਾਰਨ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਵੀ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
ਬਟ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸਮ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਧਾਰਨ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਯੂ ਕਾਂਟ ਗੋ ਐਂਡ ਡੂ ਦ ਥਿੰਗਸ ਦੈਟ ਪਰਹੈਪਸ ਅ ਨਾਰਮਲ ਪਰਸਨ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
react to. So it's a fine balance.
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
right?
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
So you have to get the balance and you have to get that right.
And you are like a role model of for your kids. My kids just basically, I think they are a bit more respectful towards me.
They all want to be Thanadas now.
They थोड़ा डर भी हैगा, थोड़ा रोब भी हैगा.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਲਾਈਨ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ
बैलेंस है, लाइन च रहना पैंदा. हाँ जी.
Right, ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਲਾਈਨ ਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਈਏ because we're going to go to a break and ਬਾਕੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ.
NRIਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ. So let's talk with Harjap.
The Akshay Patra Foundation has taken on a massive initiative to make sure that millions of people receive a freshly prepared plate of food. We are now serving over 1 million families, children, daily wage earners, migrant labor, and generally people who are deprived of a basic plate of food. We just do not want anyone to go to bed hungry. Please join us in this massive endeavor. This is a fantastic opportunity for all of us to come together and help millions. Every little penny that you donate will make a massive difference to hundreds of people. Thank you.
क्या कहती है आपकी किस्मत? आपकी शादी, लव लाइफ, मैरिज, फाइनेंशियल चेंजेस से गुजर रहे हैं या फिर कोई नई नौकरी देख रहे हैं या बिजनेस नया करने का सोच रहे हैं, तो देखना मत भूलिएगा डेस्टिनी एंड कार्ड्स विद मोना चौहान ओनली ऑन MATV.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਮਵਾਰ 9:15 ਤੋਂ 10:15 ਔਰ ਸ਼ੁੱਕਰਵਾਰ 8:30 ਤੋਂ 9:30 ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਲਈ, ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਕਰਨ। MATV ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਤਤਪਰ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸੱਚ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਸੌਖੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Kalyan, welcome to the show. We're talking today about policing, and if anyone's interested in becoming a police officer, then we have two officers with us, Ajay and Goldie, who are here telling us all about their job and what life is like in the Metropolitan Police. So inna na galbaat ho rahi hai, das rahe apne experiences ke police wale kiddaं bane a ji te ki inna de job ch hunda hai, sara kuch puchde hain na to hun. And one of the things I want to know is, what are your shift hours like? So are they 9 to 5? Because if I look at you, Ajay, I think this is a 9 to 5 guy. This is a guy, he needs to come in at 9 o'clock, they do like you are, he's got his tie on, he's got his pen in his pocket and all of that. This is a guy who probably goes home at 5 o'clock, doesn't want to work the late hours, car jacket, duty car, goes to sleep, watch a bit of TV. Is that a sort of right judgment? Or not really?
Not really.
I missed the mark.
Policing is a 24/7 job.
Right.
You know, it's round the clock, as I'd say. But once you posted, once you basically go through all your training school and all that, you get posted to either team or response team or a safe and neighbours team. Where it's basically your 2 years is your probation period. Once you're done with your 2-year probation, you pretty much move around and do to a different team or wherever you want to specialise. You've got the options. But in terms of hours, all teams work at different hours.
Right.
It's never a 9 to 5.
Never a 9 to 5, right?
However, there are roles that require support or officers 9 to 5.
Right.
You know, and if you're a 9 to 5 person, you can apply for one of those roles. But no, I work 2.5 weekends a month roughly, and then I have the rest off on my current shift pattern. But you know, there's always people out on different teams working different hours.
Okay.
You know, because not only we have the police officers actually out on the streets, but we've got people inside doing certain roles. You know, and various planning for big events. So some of them are 9 to 5, and you know, everyone has a different.
Right. Can you choose what hours you want to do? Is it that flexible?
Yes, absolutely. So as long as you know you've got any welfare issues or you've got young children, you know, you can put that across and it will get accommodated. You know, by your inspectors, and it gets passed onto the workforce planning, who basically look at the logistics of where you work, and you know, and it is possible to get a 9 to 5 job.
Goldie, हम जितना औरतां ਲਈ थोड़ा different ਹੁੰਦਾ because ਉਹ ਔਰਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਆ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਨੌਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਆ, so adjust ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਘਰ ਚ, wives as well. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਰੋਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ in this job? So now, can you devote time to your kids equally? Does it give you that much flexibility to do that?
Very flexible, because first thing, I don't want it to be 9 to 5 anyway. It's not. It doesn't suit me. I don't know. I mean, it's not interesting. I want it to be.
You've got to try and beat the traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get sometimes a weekend off, sometimes days off in the middle of the week, and it suits me. And sometimes you do need a break from kids as well.
Okay.
So when they're at school, you have days off, you can just do whatever you want to do. And sometimes you have weekends, then you spend time with the kids. And I mean, like I said, Ajay said, it's quite flexible as well. You can talk about it according to your health or according to your situation, condition. They are very flexible. I mean, they supported me a lot for lots of things.
Okay.
I had I didn't have before the child care in place, and they give me the 8 to 5 for a while, and then after that I change into just normal as a whole team, and I've got child care in a place, and I'm perfect now. It's fine. I can change it anytime. I can go part time. I can do whatever I want.
Okay. So, do the police as an employer understand your cultural background and where you're from, and understand that, and do they listen to when you provide information? Does your cultural background help you with your job? Does your languages help you with your job?
Hanji, definitely.
So,
yeah,
is that something that does?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Especially languages. Yeah, it's a great skill on its own to have.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
it just if we look at the dynamics of London, you've got a diverse population.
Very diverse.
Yeah. And you know, I speak 4 languages, and I feel it's not enough. Yeah, I think still I want to try and
learn
get some more. Yeah, because you know the people that we encounter every day, everyone's from different backgrounds, so you know you never feel like you have enough under your belt.
Wow. And ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਜੋ?
ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ ਉਰਦੂ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ, ਹਿੰਦੀ, ਕਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜਸ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਮਟਾਈਮਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਜੇ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ, ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਕਾਫੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ, ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਓਪਨ ਅਪ ਵਿਦ ਯੂ ਮੋਰ, they talk to you more, you know more about them, what's going on. Sometimes behind the wall you don't know what's going on especially with our Asian middle-aged women who came here a long time ago. And also you were talking about the how they treat you in a Met is very fair. They treat you that's a very important subject in Met when they recruit you. Yeah, they basically put a lot of effort on how to treat people in a fair way.
Also, we've got various strands, I would say, of different bodies, which sort of like, so you've got your directors of professional standards, which sort of look at officers, and then you've got the IOPCC, which overlook as well. So if somebody was to make a complaint or anything about you, it's looked by professional standards you've got the various people
They're
looking.
quite heavily regulated.
That's
Okay.
you know,
So there's always people looking after, making sure you're right. There's
Yeah.
making sure you've
Hanji.
done your job properly.
absolutely, yeah.
हाँ जी
Right. So it's not like Sadiki countries back home, the police almost are portrayed like they can get away with what they want
हाँ जी
and they can do what they want. They're very heavy-handed.
Yeah,
That seems to be very different here. And I think for when people come from abroad, they come with that mentality that
हाँ जी
shared police are there, but it's not the case at all.
no
no,
In fact, if
No.
anything, it's the police who are often on the end of heavy-handedness.
In
So
fact,
you feel-
हाँ जी
yeah.
ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੈਕ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ in fact that puts you off not to get into. Actually for me I was
Yeah.
thinking I don't want to be in this job because of his people
Because of
don't
what
like
happens
you
in the police, yeah.
but here I thought when I was watching them, I mean it's the style of policing is different here
Yeah.
completely from around the world, you can say.
And this is an important question. Do you think you get treated fairly? I mean, because we often hear of allegations in armed forces and military and police, that there's not fairness towards people of ethnic minorities or colour. I mean, have you ever personally experienced anything like that?
ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ but I mean because of it in the news I
Yeah.
mean I didn't find anything
No,
like that.
never.
I think
never
I
experienced
personally
it.
think they favor me a lot because I'm a woman and
Yeah.
I personally think they sometimes think that okay let's just help her because she's new and I'm always they treat me like a baby, I think, in my office.
And I think nowadays as well, because with social media and media, they're very quick to pick things up. And if this was the case, then it would have been quite exposed widely. And
Yeah,
it does look as if all the officers I speak to from ethnic minority backgrounds, they're quite happy in their role and they feel quite supported in their job.
Yeah, at the end, it is quite different. It's the same process. So, say if I wanted to move up a rank,
Yeah.
I still have to go through the same process
As anyone else would.
as anyone else. I've got to still do the same exam that
Yeah.
anyone else is going to do. So
There's no differentiation.
there's
no favouritism either.
No.
Right? So
and I think a lot of people fail to understand, how the rank structure works within the organisation as well. And it's the same process for everyone.
if I'm looking to go into the police force, is it better for me to come in with a degree or without a degree? What would be better?
You've got various strands. So you've got the special constables, which are sort of voluntary. For a paid role, you've got two options. You've got a detective role.
Yeah.
If you've got a degree, you can go directly as a detective into the
really?
CID.
Oh wow.
And what we call is a CKP, which is the College of Policing. And if you do a course through them before you join the job, you can just be a police officer
Wow.
on the beat, for the first 2 years. And if you've got a degree also, we've got the sort of fast entry scheme.
Fast track system.
Yeah, that's it. So you can climb up the ranks a lot quicker
Okay.
on that system. So there's a different variety of benefits. And
Because in our community, the one thing that's stressed, and it was stressed to you, it was stressed to me, we stress it to our kids, is education. It's probably a bestseller in our community. The amount of money Asians plough into education, I don't think any other community does that. I haven't seen any, education is everything. If you look at Asian areas, private tutors are there most. We move to the top areas where there's top schools and top colleges and top unis.
हाँ जी
So I think as parents, we want our kids to do a degree
yeah
and then explore their careers.
well, I would say degree is part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it is worth to have a degree.
It never
And,
hurts.
and if you want to sort of divert from a career, you've always got that degree.
yeah it's
behind
like a
it.
professional degree. It's in
It's the same
Yeah.
way like me. I've studied finance and accountancy.
Accounting and
So,
finance.
So if, say in 10 years' time, I think, I can't be doing this anymore, and I'm looking for a different career path.
You can always go back to
I can,
Yeah.
profit and loss and
yeah.
margins and all that. Yeah. So it's always beneficial to have a degree, Anna. So I always say, a degree never hurts anyone. There's no loss. And my dad used to say one thing. He says, "Son, everything you can lose, money, cars, houses, can come and go, but no one can take your degree away from you. So no thief can take that away from you." And, you know, that always rings true. So I think it's a good option for people who've finished uni and perhaps and thinking, well, hold on, what can I do? I don't want to do something which is traditional, you know, sort of Asian jobs, and I want to do something that's a bit different, or they want to do something that's rewarding in the community, because ultimately you must get a lot of job satisfaction from this.
Yeah.
Right? So you deal with a lot of people, from whether you catch a thief, whether you help a victim from a domestic violence, whether you help a drug abuser, whether you're helping alcoholics, you know, whether you're helping the elderly, you know, whether you're helping someone get back into their home, or helping someone, you know, with their driving. This must be, at the end of the day, you're helping so many different people in different scenarios, and that must give you some sort of satisfaction.
It give you buzz. You go home, you sleep better, you think that you've done something, and positive every day. We are doing something every day. You solving the problem, you helping people out here, and I think it's one of the best job. You can help people, give something back to community.
I would say, it's pretty much, you can start your normal day having a very, very mellow morning, and you go to one incident which is very, very emotional, draining, distress, and at the end of the day, you try and achieve something positive in life, so you try and help them where you can.
What support do you get for that emotional stress? Because it is a stressful job. You see the worst aspect of society probably on a daily basis. You probably see the best aspect as well, when people help each other. But I mean, you do see crimes being committed, family disruptions, you know, incidents where you see blood, and you know, people getting hurt, and even people getting killed. How do you not take that home with you? And if you take that home with you, how do you deal with that? What sort of support are you provided for that?
So we've got like an occupational health.
Okay.
And we've got counselling services that are available to us. You know, if you're to attend any major incident, you know, and those lines are 24/7, so you can call them and speak to them, and they'll offer you the support where they can. Occupational health is very, very good, because you know, if you are like PTSD, stress, you know, anything like that, stress, they will try and give you the best help they can to look after you.
And they also have I think well-being classes as well. I actually just received email today. Just they will just organize some seminars and classes. You can just go up to them. Just doesn't matter you are in any stress, you can still go there and listen to them, and that's really helpful as well.
We have this perception that perhaps to be a police officer, you have to be hard. You have to have sort of mentally tough, and you have to be like sacht, and you know, you have to be heartless. Is that true, or can you be a soft-hearted person?
Yes.
And then think, you know, can you be an emotional person and be a police officer?
Yeah, certainly, I'd say. You know,
do you have feelings?
I think that's more helpful actually. If you are soft-hearted, you go there, talk to people. Like I said, sometimes half of the problems just solves, you know, talking to people. It's very important. You need to be using your brain and talking to other people. Even I think any scenario of, you know, somebody have had a knife in their hand, and if you talk to them and then you say, look, just through talking, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਰੱਖ ਦੇਣਾ ਨਾਈਫ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਸ ਟ੍ਰਿਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ communication skills are really important, and which is I think everybody got that in there.
So you can't approach every situation with a hard attitude and, you know, guns blazing, like we see in the movies, guns blazing and, you know, action Jackson and all
different role ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਹਾਂਜੀ, different roles. There are armed force police which is ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੀ, ਜੇ terrorist ਹੈਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੜਨਾ ਹੀ ਫੜਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ, ਹਾਂਜੀ.
And I think the biggest tool in policing is the way you speak to people.
Okay.
You know, 99% of people we work with are quite compliant, and you know, if somebody is not compliant, then you've got to change, adapt. You've got to adapt yourself, really. You know, and that's where your training works, because it's, you know, every incident you go to, as we said, it's never the same. There's always something different about it.
It sounds like you're trained to go into every situation to try and resolve it without using force or violence, right?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're talking?
It's a human nature as well. If you go aggressively towards anybody, even to just normal,
gonna
if
end
you
up
go
in
as a
conflict,
so you rather
because you're
start
just going to
from
end up
there.
escalating the situation rather than de-escalating it.
So there's a lot of evaluation that you have to use. You have to use your brain at the
Judgment.
situation and a
Haan ji.
judgment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanji.
Sometimes it's that 20 or 30 seconds split second decision.
Yeah.
You got that 20 seconds to judge, and and that's what counts really.
It's a real test. Then it's a real.
Hanji.
It's more of a psychological test.
It
a
goes to
test
your
of
personal
mental
level
awareness.
as well.
Yeah,
Goes down to
absolutely,
your own judgment most of the time.
Okay, so because we would normally think, right, to resolve a situation you need to be big, muscly, and you got to overpower the guy. But actually, like you said, your
yeah.
dad used to say that you're never going to be a police force
Yeah, yeah.
because you're small, right?
Yeah,
And, but it's all about how you deal with the situation.
Deal with the
at time.
situation, Haji.
And I think that's,
And they will train you as well with the other things as well. You literally not gonna go if there are like thode 5-6 group of youth hai ne. Then you don't go by yourself, and
you make a
have
judgment.
you make a judgment.
Yeah,
you have a backup, and you so अपनी judgment पे भी depend करदा.
Body judgment पे काफी कुछ
ज़्यादा
depend
depend
करता है,
करदा.
So it's all about you make a different call at the right time. And,
Yeah.
Okay, and I suppose that comes with experience.
It's all
Absolutely.
You have good and bad moments.
Every
good and
day
bad
you
days,
learn.
like every day.
Yeah.
Every day you learn.
Every day you learn.
Something new is happening.
Right, brilliant. Right, we're going to learn a bit now. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਵਾਲ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ.
ਐਨਆਰਆਈਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ. So let's talk with Harjap.
Air India introduces additional flights from London Heathrow to Mumbai and a new direct flight from London Stansted to Mumbai from 14 February 2020. Fly in luxury on Air India Dreamliner with extra legroom in economy and flatbeds in business class. For attractive fares, contact your travel agent now or visit airindia.in.
The Akshay Patra Foundation has taken on a massive initiative to make sure that millions of people receive a freshly prepared plate of food. We are now serving over 1 million families, children, daily wage earners, migrant labor, and generally people who are deprived of a basic plate of food. We just do not want anyone to go to bed hungry. Please join us in this massive endeavor. This is a fantastic opportunity for all of us to come together and help millions. Every little penny that you donate will make a massive difference to hundreds of people. Thank you.
क्या कहती है आपकी किस्मत? आपकी शादी, लव लाइफ, मैरिज, फाइनेंशियल चेंजेस से गुजर रहे हैं, या फिर कोई नई नौकरी देख रहे हैं, या बिजनेस नया करने का सोच रहे हैं, तो देखना मत भूलिएगा डेस्टिनी एंड कार्ड्स विद मोना चौहान, ओनली ऑन MATV.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਮੀਰੀ ਪੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਮਵਾਰ 9:15 ਤੋਂ 10:15 ਔਰ ਸ਼ੁੱਕਰਵਾਰ 8:30 ਤੋਂ 9:30 ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਲਈ, ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਕਰਨ। MATV ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ ਤਤਪਰ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸੱਚ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਸੌਖੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਾਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਸ਼ੋ। ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਗੱਲ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਆਫਿਸਰਸ ਨਾਲ, ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਟਾਕਿੰਗ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਕੈਰੀਅਰ ਇਨ ਅ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਰੋਲ ਆ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਆ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, what sort of can you expect from the job, what the pressures are, what the rewards are. So Ajay and Goldie are here from the Metropolitan Police and they're providing us with a lot of information. So ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਆ, first thing I want to ask you is that ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ, is it an awkward moment when you have to arrest someone from your own community, or you know, someone that, you know, or do they try and say, look, you know, do they expect a sort of different sort of treatment from yourself? How do you deal with that?
Well, first things first, if I recognise someone, you know what, I wouldn't even arrest them.
Right.
I would just speak to my supervisor,
Right.
or for example, my inspector's called Detective Inspector Wright, and I'll call him up and tell him that you know, I recognise this person, and you know, I don't want to have any evidential. I don't want to spoil any evidential material in the case because I know the suspect. You know, and obviously it's then down to him to make that decision. What, you know, and he might send another unit or to do the arrest, you know, to get me out of that situation, because we get a lot of cases that go to court, and because if you know the suspect, then you know, there's a possibility you might tamper with the evidence, you know,
or, you know, upset the trial.
And you know, we try and work for the victim wants the best result at the end of the day at court. So
ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੇਮ ਏਰੀਆ 'ਚ, ਇਫ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਵੇਅਰ ਯੂ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ, ਯੂ ਨੋ
ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਊਥ ਹਾਲ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਊਥ ਹਾਲ ਤੇ
ਸਾਊਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅੱਡ ਦੇਣੇ, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੇਮ ਏਰੀਆ 'ਚ ਤਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ।
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹਾਂ, ਮੈਂ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ।
ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਇਟਸ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਫਨੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਫਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਮੇਰੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨੇਬਰ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਮੈਂ NHS 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ। Because you don't wear your uniform at home, you know, you're not taking the uniform. So my neighbors knows that I work for NHS.
I was going to say, ਵਿਆਹ ਸ਼ਾਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੇਬਲ ਤੇ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਹੋ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ। It must get a bit uncomfortable. It's not a very sociable sort of job in our community, is it?
Yeah, people start getting ਥੋੜਾ distance ਕਰਨੇ। ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੇ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਪੁੱਠੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ।
Do you feel it interferes with your religious beliefs? So like ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
and you're
Gujarati.
So you're Gujarati,
yeah,
Hindu. Does it interfere with any sort of aspect of your religious beliefs?
No, I think you know what, they sort of accommodate you. Say a bit like I know many Muslims in the job fasting during Ramadan, and you know, all that sort of stuff. You know, they accommodate you. The job accommodates you. You know, as long as you go to your bosses and say, look, this is what we've got on, yeah, they're pretty much okay, and they support you.
Oh wow.
ਅੱਜ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਤੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ, he support me my such that it's a Sikh channel or whatever, you know, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲਈ ਜਾਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਕੇ ਤੇ you can go.
Okay.
Yeah, there is I think
ਕੋਈ ਇਦਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ
ਨਹੀਂ I think ਬਹੁਤ ਸਪੋਰਟਿਵ ਨੇ।
Okay.
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
So ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਧਰਮ ਸੰਕਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ?
ਨਹੀਂ।
The other thing I want to know is ਕਿ like ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜਸ ਆ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਮੀਦਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਚੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਆਓ? Are you under pressure to like get into your own communities and nab more criminals from your own communities? Is there targets set on you? Hold on, we brought you in, we expect you to arrest more people from your community.
ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ, you know, as a team you make your own tasking as a team, you know, when you go in the morning or whenever your shift start, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਟੀਮ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੰਮ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਮਤਲਬ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਜੇ 4 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 4 ਜਾਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਜਿਹਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਏਰੀਆ ਚੱਕਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸੀਨ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ।
One thing ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੀ ਸੀ, and that's quite interesting, ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਵੀਜ਼ੇ ਤੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ? ਹਾਂਜੀ। So ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀਜ਼ੇ ਤੇ ਆ ਲੋਕ ਉਹ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ? Can you apply if you're on a visa?
Yeah, if you are on if you got a work permit.
If you got full-time work permission?
Yes,
like a spouse visa?
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
So ਜਿਹੜੇ spouse visa ਵਾਲੇ ਆ, they can apply to join the police.
हाँ
So
जी,
even
मैं-
though you haven't got indefinite, you got a spouse visa.
हाँ जी,
Or
मैं-
if you're a
मैं-
post-study work visa.
हाँ जी मैं
Yeah.
ਕੰਫਿਊਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਉਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਜਸਟ ਸਪਾਊਸ ਵੀਜ਼ੇ ਤੇ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਆਫਟਰ 2 years you get permanent
Yeah, that's
indefinite
right.
so
That's what
I
I thought.
wasn't on that and I think that time you need to be in the UK for 5 years.
Okay.
I'm talking about 2005. It's
Yeah.
long back.
Yeah, it's a long time.
yeah ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਬੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਪਰ I think as long as you got work permit ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੰਮ ਲਈ permit ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
And it's a good career.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ
Yeah.
So once
Well,
you're in, they want to keep you basically. It's not as if
Yeah, pretty much.
you've got any,
ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਵੈਕੈਂਸੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ
Yeah,
ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ
you-
ਸਟਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ
The best thing is, in the lockdown, everyone's at threat of losing their jobs, apart from you guys. So it's the safest job you can get in the lockdown. I was going to ask you, okay, lockdown de vich, do you not get nervous? Do you not get scared when you go out? And you know, when you're faced with this pandemic, because you're expected to carry on with your job like normal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
You can't sit indoors.
no, but
Right.
the thing is, so you've got to take precaution. You know, you've got mask sanitizers and all that as part
Mask
of your,
वगैरह
you know,
provide किते हैं,
from
हाँ जी।
work as well.
And has that changed your job as well a lot? Like, you know?
Yeah, so pretty much style of policing changed. Over the COVID period I was out, and
Yeah.
pretty much we were in parks nearly every day
Yeah.
because people just were not
Being
observing.
sensible. Yeah,
ਲੋਕਾਂ
not
ਨੂੰ
sensible.
ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਭਜਾਉਣਾ ਨਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਚ
Look, yeah.
So
can imagine.
yeah, it's I think it's you got to look after yourself, you know, and if you've got somebody vulnerable at home and stuff, the job's sort of looked after you. You know, if you said I've got and you want to do shielding, the job's accommodated.
There are certain specific sort of scams that are targeted towards our community that perhaps, you know, maybe officers of other background don't realise. Like just we have thieves who specifically target gold.
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਕਈ ਚੋਰ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਟਾਰਗੇਟ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸੋਨਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕੀ
ਸੋ
ਨਾਲ
ਦੈਟਸ ਕੁਆਇਟ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ ਉਹ ਪੇਟੀਆਂ ਚ ਸਰਾਣੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਸੋਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਟਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਘਰ
ਸੋਨਾ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ
ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ you have specific scams like that, and there's another one I heard of, a lottery ticket scam.
ਹਾਂਜੀ
Yeah.
Give us a bit more information about this.
So basically, how the lottery ticket scam works is you're just an elderly male just walking down the street, and you get approached by somebody you don't know, who says to you, "I've got a lottery ticket, but I'm not a resident in the UK, so I can't claim."
My lottery.
ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ
My
ਆਪ ਨੂੰ
lottery win.
ਹਾਂ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਲਾਈਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਲੀਗਲ ਆ
ਹਾਂ ਠੀਕ
ਅਸੀਂ
ਹੈ
ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
ਓਕੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ
ਮਤਲਬ ਇੱਕ ਧੜੀ ਧੋਖੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਕੀਮ ਆ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਏ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਨੇ
ਹਾਂ,
elderly
ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ
ਨੇ,
ਨੂੰ target
ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧੋਖਾ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ ਟਰਾਈ
ਉਹਨਾਂ
ਕਰਦੇ
ਦੇ
ਨੇ
ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਟਿਕਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ
ਉਹ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰਦੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਟਿਕਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਮੈਚ ਕਰਦਾ ਵਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਸੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਤ ਗਿਆ ਲੋਟਰੀ
ਤੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਲੇਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ
ਹਾਂ
ਤੇ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਮਾਨੇ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸਲਿਸਟਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਇਹ ਜੈਨੂਇਨ ਬੰਦਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਬੰਦਾ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਅਨਦਰ ਪਰਸਨ ਵਿਲ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਐਸ ਵੈਲ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਤਸੱਲੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਵੀ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੈਨੂਇਨ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਜੈਨੂਇਨ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਵਾ ਤੇ ਦੈਨ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਚਲ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੰਡ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਬੈਂਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਵੀ ਵੀ ਡੋਨਟ ਹੈਵ ਅ ਬੈਂਕ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਇਲੀਗਲ ਸੋ ਦੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਲੇਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਆਗੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੇ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ
ਤੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਜਦ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਇਹਨੇ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਦੇ ਦਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ ਪਰ ਦੈਨ ਬਾਅਦ ਚੋਂ ਐਟ ਦ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਤਿੱਤਰ ਹੋਏ ਤੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਕਲੀ ਨਿਕਲਦੀ ਆ
ਸੋ ਆ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਬਚੋ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਕੱਚੇ ਹੋ ਉਹ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਚੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਟਿਕਟ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਉਹ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਟਿਕਟ ਨਕਲੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਪਰ ਉਹ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਚੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬੈਂਕ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਸ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਸ਼ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਤਾਂ ਰੱਖ ਲਿਓ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਟਿਕਟ ਵੀ ਨਕਲੀ ਨਿਕਲਦੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਕਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਕੈਮ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਇਹ ਕਾਫੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ this goes on quite a bit does it
yes we've seen obviously crime as a dynamic has dropped over this COVID period but yeah we have seen cases a lot of the time.
I've thought of that.
Yeah.
अब बस लोगों ने थोड़े
And it's all the sort of intelligence, or the reports that we are getting is they're targeting older Asian gentlemen.
Okay. Because they're more susceptible to believing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
we just also wanted to give advice that basically be aware of stranger approaching you and अपना ID या अपना कोई ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ personal details ना share
ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ
करो
ਨਾ ਦਿਓ।
ਇਹੀ important message ਤਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ
Okay, so the other thing Mac noticed Kitty is a lot of fake emails are going along.
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
I get a lot. So like I get some from pretending to be from a bank, something, and I haven't even got an account at this bank.
Yeah.
And when you give an elderly person a phone, especially a smartphone, the ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੁਸੀਬਤ ਹੀ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਕੀ ਲਿਆ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
Dad, you're better off with a Nokia. I always say to my dad, I said, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੂੰ iPhone ਲੈ ਲਿਆ? You're a Nokia man. You should have one of them old Nokias that I had in 1995, big buttons. Because he keeps saying, das from Kia, das. And every few minutes something's requiring his password. And I'm saying, why are you putting your password in? And sometimes I've seen fake emails pretending to be from HMRC, offering you tax back.
Yeah, or you get the other one's quite common we see as well is you get a telephone call saying that you've paid lower tax and you're due to, and then effectively when you call the number back, or they'll tell you the number to dial, and you dial the number and they ask you for your bank details.
Yeah.
Effectively they've scammed, the card details are going to be used by criminals.
There's this other scam which ਆਪਣੇ ਕੱਚੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਫੂਲ ਵਿਕਟਿਮ ਟੂ ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਲੋਕ ਨਾ ਫੋਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਕਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ pretending to be from the home office saying ਅਸੀਂ ਐਮਨੈਸਟੀ ਖੋਲੀ ਵਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ 5000 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਹੋਮ ਆਫਿਸ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੱਕੇ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ
ਇਹ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਜਵਾਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਚਲ ਗਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੋ ਸਕੈਮ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੇ
ਗੱਲੇ ਬੱਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਕੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਹੋਏ ਕੱਚੇ ਵੀ
ਲਾਲਚ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ हम ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇ ਲਾਲਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਛੇਤੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਕਰ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਟਿਕਟ ਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਕੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਲਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਪੱਕੇ ਹੋਣ ਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
I think ultimately they prey on the
there is something there for them, then that's why they go for it.
But there's lots of information like this, and what we'd like you to do is to come on regularly and say and give the information out to our community. Our community would like to help you with appeals in the future that you might need information on, and we'd like obviously to encourage people to join the police force, and it's I think ultimately if you could give a message to people out there who are thinking of joining the police, what would it be?
Go for it.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. It's not if you don't like it when you join and that you can go back to different
back to what you're doing.
Yeah. However, it's a total different job. It beats any 9 to 5 job, I would say.
Wow. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਘਰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਭਰਾ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਦੇ saying ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰੀਏ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂ 2 months what would you say to them?
I will definitely say that it's something everybody, all the women, whoever wanted to do any kind of job or career, they should apply for it. There is no reason why not. And you can go back to your any old job or anything you want to do. You can quit anytime, but I think it's a very good opportunity, especially for women, and I definitely want more women to be joining Met
from our background.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ if you're thinking of changing career or you want something to do, or maybe your kids are older now and they're going to school and they're not that young anymore, you have spare time on your hands, this is a great career to get into. It's a great career to consider. You're going to be helping people. It's a stable career. There's a lot of options there. So definitely give it a thought. And especially nowadays when a lot of people are maybe at home, maybe they've lost their jobs, but they have the talent and they have the skills. So there's always someone out there with a skill set which probably the police needs, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean they're going to chuck you on the street straight away and or tell you, look, you go where the riots are, or there's bullets flying over there, you go and take a few, if you take about 4 or 5 and survive, it's all right, we'll think about promoting you. It's not like that.
No.
So Hannah, you hear a lot, most of the time it's about communication. What you've said, the whole job is about communication. So it's about communicating. So please, consider yourself for a job like
yeah,
this.
one thing definitely is like a long-term relationship with the Metropolitan Police as well. It's not you just not doing job. It's like a long term.
career.
After ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦ job finish ਕਰ ਲਈ pension ਹੈ ਉਹ travel ਮਤਲਬ ਕਾਫੀ
ਸਾਨੂੰ
ਸਾਰੀ
ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰ ਟੁਰਨਰ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇਣੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਹਨ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ
ਸੋਰਟਡ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੜਾ ਸੂਤ ਲੱਗਾ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਰਜੀ ਜਾਓ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਤੇ you don't have to pay for
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
trains,
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
buses and all that now?
No.
All free?
Yeah, it's funded by Transport for London for us.
Very nice of them. ਸਾਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਚੱਲ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤਾਂ
ਤੁਸੀਂ join ਕਰ ਲਓ ਭਾਜੀ।
ਕੰਜੈਸਟਨ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਾਰਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੰਜੈਸਟਨ ਚਾਰਜ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ 20 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਲੈ so there are a lot of advantages, right? You get police pension, you probably get healthcare, medical, all of that as part of your
got,
job.
Different choices, like when you join up in training school. You've got private healthcare and stuff. If it's an option, if you want to subscribe to it, you've got the option.
If anyone wants to join the police or look about a career, where's the website that they can go to, or what's the address that they can go to?
It's
Just straight at
www.met.police.com
Okay.
.co.uk. Yeah.
So do a web search for Metropolitan Police vacancies, and on any, on Google or Yahoo, and you'll be able to see that. Otherwise, send me an email. You know my email address. Or hit me up on Facebook, and I'll put you in touch with the guys. And to see another galbaat kar sakde hain je thanu career ਹੋਵੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿਡ ਆ you can leave your number at the office. I'll pass it on to them. ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰੂਗੇ but yeah, definitely consider ਕਰੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਾਇਦੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ unemployed and thinking I want to do something, or you've had enough and you fancy a career change, you want to put something back into the community that's worthy, you want to help people, then I think this is the job where you can get an opportunity to do that and where you can make a difference to people's lives. And to see dekh hi rahe hain, if it wasn't a good job, they wouldn't be here to talk about it. So inna ne auna hi nahi si. So it's not as if I had to convince them. So man,
ਅਸੀਂ ਫੇਰ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ
ਫੇਰ ਆਉਂਗੇ ਦੱਸਣ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਰਿਕਰੂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੰਬਰਸ ਵਧਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਆ it's best to get involved. If you want this country to benefit you, then get involved in the opportunities. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ 'ਚ ਸਾਰੀ opportunity ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਉਠਾਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹਿਣਾ ਹੀ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਨੇ 'ਚ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ the life is not going to benefit you to the fullest. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਆ then you should help to be part of that community and get involved.
Definitely.
Like these two people have. Every baroh hi aaya, you come from different countries. You're not born here.
Yeah.
Right, and look at them. You wouldn't tell. I wouldn't tell you weren't born here. But and you wouldn't think that you're not here. So log sode ke opportunities nahi hegi. Je sareyan li opportunities equal whether you're born here or not born here. Te inna da fayda uthao. ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਡੀ as a community ਸਾਡੀ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਵਧੇਗੀ ਰੁਤਬਾ ਵਧੇਗਾ. People will listen to you if you make your voice be heard, and this is a way to do it. The police invite you into their community and they're inviting you to be a part of that, and they're making you feel welcome, and they're saying bring your mates as well. So there's no it's a win-win situation. Give it a try if you're seriously thinking about it, and if not, if you're in two minds, you can always sit and talk to here, get on the end of a phone, meet them in person, and they're more than happy to answer any questions you got. So thank you very much, Ajay and Goldie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hon, you lot can go and catch some jaw, and I will go home and I'll go and meet my wife and my family and say hello to them. But thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
Okay.
And like I said, I'll meet you on Friday. Mere wallo thanu sare nu sat shri akal.